Hey, I'm Shannon Morris here at DEF CON 30 with two of my favorite and wonderful human beings in the world, Kentaro, and Dark Matter. I love these guys so much. They're some of my besties.
It's been a while.
I know.
It's been ages since the last time we did this, right?
Yeah, so long.
Too
long.
It's been too long.
What's up, Internet?
Hi, Internet.
Hey!
Remember the last time we started in Japanese, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. All right.
No.
Don't give me too much of a hard time. Come on, man. Jeez. I cannot trust these two. They are trolls. They are trolling me. I cannot do anything with these guys. Okay, so we haven't been together in like 3 years. It's been a really long time.
Too long.
You've been up to a lot, so I want to catch up. I want to see what you're up to these days.
There's been so much happening. There was this little thing that kind of got in our way, all of our way.
Yeah.
And me and Kentaro decided we were like super missing each other. So what happened? We actually have like been sustained and maintained at doing a podcast.
Yeah. So the whole way it started is Dark Matter hit me up and go like, hey, you want a video chat? I'm like, okay, I don't mind video chatting with you, but it's going to be awkward just you and me talking to each other over the video.
That's true.
So why don't we put it on the internet? And we didn't think it through. So we have this little show called The Wireless Shit Show because it was just me and Dark Matter talking about wireless stuff over the weekend. And then that actually, a whole bunch of other people signed up on it. And we have our own meme opening song. We have volunteers taking show notes for us. You know, the chat always blows up, and and we have never been able to do this on a constant basis. We have sustained this for a year and a half now.
I'm very proud of you.
We are 50 shows in.
I'm very proud of you.
This is ridiculous how long this lasted.
Yeah, we've started how many times? Like 5 times doing things, and we always stop after 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's like, amazing.
The thing was that I was always on the road.
Yeah.
So even if we started something, there would be like 3 weeks I couldn't be online, and then, Dark Matter would be on the road. So there was never worrying. But now, since everything was grounded, Dark Matter's at home. I'm in my studio, in my lab. I'm like, well, might as well do it. And then everybody else was at the same thing, and nobody was catching up on the wireless news. So
I know that you talk about wireless, obviously. What else do you talk about on your podcast?
We're all over the place, frankly. Yeah. We talk about
It
conferences.
is a show, so.
Like it literally devolves into a show.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a bunch of episodes on YouTube, so.
Right. The quality is not guaranteed, but
ever guaranteed.
Ever good. The fun is. The fun is always guaranteed. You will always have a good time. It's an hour long, and we, whatever that week, if there's great news about Wi-Fi or any wireless technology, we'll cover that. If not, it's just me and Dark Matter talking about. We have a whole episode dedicated on long distance running. So
yeah, I don't even know how it happened. We're like, let's talk about stuff that we were doing and how we were able to approach some of our runs for me, long walks for him.
Yeah.
And we're like, there's a lot of gear and like hacker mentality that goes into it. Let's just talk it. If anybody shows up, then
why not?
Otherwise, we'll be able to share what we've been working on. So
now you also started a company, right?
Well, it's more of we did a Kickstarter. Oh, and then we're switching now. I like this. Thank you. So we did a Kickstarter for this beauty right here, which was successful. We raised about $50,000 off
Congratulations.
of it. This is basically a storage card that allows you to throw a bunch of M.2 SATA drives onto a single backplane with an HBA attached. And so the whole idea is just how can we get as much storage in a small place as possible?
Yeah.
And this is pretty dense.
cost efficient.
Yeah, cost efficiently too.
It looks like it's PCIe.
It's using PCIe power, so this generation is only SATA. You have to have an external connector for it.
Oh, I see.
A host bus adapter, so a RAID card basically to hook up to it.
Oh my god, that's so useful.
I am in prototype and have in hands my next version that is PCI Express 4.0 that does 20 drives. We should have our beta 100 units by the end of the month. Maybe end of September. Maybe end of the month, probably too soon. But basically, we just keep running into a situation where we're getting all this storage.
Yeah.
And spinning storage is so slow and old. It's like, why don't we go bigger and compact? And so it's about the size of a graphics card. That was the whole idea. Is can we make it in the same form factor?
You know, pricing wise, it's accessible.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't have to have like
I
enterprise
can buy
level.
this now.
This one, yeah, you can buy it right now. We don't have a website or anything, but hit me up on Twitter. I'll sell you. Or I got something to give away.
Super sketchy way of selling is like you hit up somebody on Twitter to buy a card is just
Yeah,
That's
just,
it.
buy it in crypto. It's fine.
We'll be more official with our other one, our PC Express one, when that one comes out. So
I think it's cool, man.
oh, thank you.
Where can people find out more about this?
Our Kickstarter, Google Apex Storage Kickstarter.
We'll put a link down in the show notes for y'all.
I'll find a way to get something. So, yeah, we're still working on the web stuff and just trying to get through the chip shortage, as I'm sure Hack 5 is infinitely aware of the problems with that. So that's been one of the biggest challenges. I wanted to bring this stuff to market 2 years ago.
Wow.
So, but here we are finally. So
congratulations, man. I'm so
you.
excited about
Thank
that.
you,
I'm interested just because
Oh,
I'm interested just because I usually have like 4K video files that take up so much room, and it's nice to have somewhere where you can access all of that very quickly and very efficiently. And that's
well, and that was the idea. It's like you have, video editors that are doing 4K, and it's like you want to scrub through that super fast.
Yep.
And you have an extra PCI Express slot in your computer, most likely, because you've got your GPU that's doing your rendering and one next to it. Drop it in, and then just have this new card. If you max it out, could do 168 terabytes in that form factor. It'll be about $50,000 to do that, but it'll be 50 gigs a second.
Yeah.
So it's going to be super fast.
Cheaper than us.
So yeah, it's better than buying a big enterprise SAN.
That's a good point.
And here's the other added bonus on this new card, because it's all PCI Express, we can throw wireless adapters in there. So I'm working on a wireless version of it as well. So yep, all the adapters, all the PCI Express, all the speeds. So
well, we're definitely going to keep an eye on Apex Storage because that's amazing and so exciting. You've also been doing a lot of Warwalking.
Yeah. So I have never been grounded in my life. Well, grounded as in like I've never been on a plane. Not on a plane in a year.
Yeah.
And once the airspace was blocked, I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I started doing walks because I was bored, and I started out with a mile a night, three times a week, and it just kept going and going and going. And then I was like, well, I'm out there walking, I might as well fire up my wiggle and start capturing the Warwalking again.
That's a good point.
Because we did a talk at ShmooCon this year. We are in a renaissance of wireless wardriving because COVID, everybody upgraded their router infrastructure at home. Everybody got new devices.
Yep.
And everything is connected on the internet.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and then that grew from a mile, 5 miles a week to 8 miles a day. The longest I have done, and I think I actually have the longest, because I still have to verify with the blue guys. I did a 100K, 86 miles in 24 hours straight. So I walked.
I watched that video. I watched that video.
Yeah, that was.
It was very inspiring.
Right, but, and then I also climbed Mount Fuji, just so I can have a selfie on my Instagram of a wiggle phone on the highest peak of Japan.
Yes.
So it has gone into a totally different mode for me.
Yeah.
Last week was the Worldwide Wardriving 3rd year. The competition is much harder.
Oh, insane competition.
Insane competition. I walked 180 kilometers, so that's about 150 miles in a week.
Wow.
Basically, that's walking a half marathon every day for 7 days.
Yeah.
I placed 4th. I won't mention how far he scored, because you have to really score a long time to get to his name. But
so you did a great job too.
No, but here's the thing: both the Apex Storage and me Warwalking is taking a bad situation, and as hackers, we're like, well, how can we have fun with this?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah,
and you got to throw the competition in, and get salted on by Kentaro, and you end up donating $100 to charity over it.
You did,
yeah,
because I beat your ass.
But it was all good, right?
Yeah,
It's all good.
Yeah.
So,
but that's the whole point, right? Everybody, when this happened, was like, "Oh, it's the end of the world. We're sad. I'm stuck." I'm like, well, there's things you can do and change, and that's what hackers do, right? We have fun with it.
It's true. It's true. Now, to kind of change the subject a bit, you brought a few.
Yeah, I did.
You brought a few toys.
yes, I did.
All right.
So first up, this
Hold the mic.
this is my PPE, Wi-Fi PPE.
Wi-Fi PP,
Yeah.
as in I have to PP.
Yes. If you know my Twitter, there's a lot of it. So
Yeah, there's a lot of bathroom
this is
emojis.
the regular mode, and then it goes into That's fine.
Oh, you're a Cylon.
So if it's in red, it's in attack mode.
Oh.
It's doing my it's doing my favorite attack, which is beacon flooding.
Oh no.
This year, the beacon flood attack says Dark Matter sucks. So if anybody's capturing right now,
Hold on. I got it.
you got it. I had to do
That's
something.
amazing.
With it,
I love it. That's so cool.
Things are going crazy.
Yes, things are
Oh
crazy.
yes.
Yes, so-
Oh, that is so cool, man.
And then if I can switch it off to, if I can find the switch.
yeah, it's right there.
Then it just goes into light and doesn't do anything. So.
Oh, it's so man.
It's really bright because it's like neo pixels at 100%.
Ooh, whoa.
Yeah, I know,
that
right?
is very bright.
Yeah, I know. That's all. Let me
Well,
do
it's
it.
pretty though.
Yes. So
I like it.
once again, COVID gave me an opportunity to buy a face mask and make something like this. I also brought this year's rig that I've been working on. This is my
cool.
This is my
very cool.
war driving rig that I used for the competition this year.
We'll get a close up of this baby too.
So I build one. Every build that I do tells a story.
I want to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to model this as like a space lab capsule. You know the ones that you put in the space shuttle?
Oh yeah.
They have different labs.
Yeah.
So I modeled it after that. There's a sticker on the side that says satellite flight equipment.
Nice. That's so cool.
And also security monitoring device.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little radioactive warning sticker.
I'm sure
So-
customs like that.
No, so this sat in my suitcase as I traveled with it. So, but in general, it's basically 5 wireless adapters that are sitting on a plate, Raspberry Pi 4, and then a GPS unit, and some of the more ports are being transferred to the top.
Yeah.
So this slides into my backpack.
Okay.
The vent here, the heat will escape from there.
Okay.
Cool air comes in.
Nice. Yeah, I see.
And
the
I
fan.
needed something that I could put in a backpack that was light enough and was protected enough. My previous rig was an open rig, so I had to end up building custom backpacks for it. And I couldn't utilize some of the off-the-shelf backpacks. So this is the accumulation of all the other rigs that I've built so far. And then people just put googly eyes and
How
whatnot.
does it work? What does it do?
Yeah, so these panels right here are antennas. They're 4 dBi panel antennas. It runs Kismet the latest. So if you haven't run Kismet
We love
recent-
Kismet.
yes, go download the latest Kismet. It has a war driving option,
Nah.
specifically tailored for war driving,
Which is epic.
Yes.
which runs beautifully on the Wi-Fi Pineapple 7.
Does
Mark
it?
7,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
So it's
I
Yes.
wonder why.
yeah. It's bringing
Gee, I
back
don't know.
Dragorn.
right.
Good
Love
old
you, Dragorn.
Dragorn.
It's bringing, we're bringing all the technology back
Yeah.
to a newer, to a newer environment. So, so it's basically Kismet running GPS, logging to the file, war driving mode, full war driving mode. So, compatible with the Wiggle website for internet points.
That's
You
so
know,
cool.
so-
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, so we're all back, Like, if the world is gonna go back to the 80s and 90s with all the viruses coming back and all the geopolitical shit, we are going back to war driving old school
Yes.
and going
Oh,
out
I
there
love
and
it.
hacking stuff.
I
so-
love it, man.
And war scootering,
Yeah.
war running, war walking, war biking, war
I
driving.
mean, hey, we're being
all of it.
We're being healthy hackers. We're trying to get out there and
I don't know.
also hack at the
I
same
don't
time.
do it for my health because clearly 100K is not healthy. But my mental state is much better. So.
mental health is really good. Getting out there and being
Yeah.
able to do stuff like that.
It's
and
it's
just-
nice to have
makes you
3
feel a
hours
lot
of my
better.
life every day that I don't have to think about anything but walking. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, where can people find out more about what you do and what kind of hacks you're up to? Obviously,
you can
there's
find,
the podcast.
You can find me on Twitter, Kentaro, posting Dark Matter. Instagram has all my beautiful pictures on it.
Yeah.
So.
Samesies, Instagram.
And Twitch is Dark Matter, _Dark Matter on Twitch for the Wireless Show.
Yay.
Every Tuesday, as long as somebody doesn't forget we have a show.
Or life doesn't happen.
Yeah, life happens. We also have on Twitter. What's the Twitter? Wireless.
Wireless.
At Wireless Shit. That's our.
Oh my
that's
god,
the
we're
shit.
gonna have to bleep so much
Yeah, I
to
know.
be within YouTube's guidelines.
Yeah, I
God.
mean, you have to select that it's okay that you're
We have-
over 18
we have-
for our
We have
Twitch.
stickers with a thing on it, so you can B-roll that in there, I guess. So.
I'll
Sorry.
just have to put a thing on to
Sorry.
bloop up your logo
We
every
didn't
time
know
you
we were
curse.
going to keep doing this.
The one thing we didn't plan actually took off, so we're kind of like, we
Oh
can't
my
change
God.
it now, so.
Y'all are literal.
Where would
shit
people
shows.
find us? All like 25 of them.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of which, we love you. You're amazing. Thanks for keep coming back every episode.
Yes.
We couldn't do this without you.
Wireless Show fam, you are the supporters.
And you've been kicking our ass in all of the games and everything.
No,
all
no,
that
no, 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 no.
competition.
They're kicking his ass. I'm number 4, so.
Four's still a loser, bro.
Oh! Well, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap. I appreciate y'all so
we
much.
miss you.
We miss you too.
Steph, so
I miss
much.
y'all. Let's give a big group
Aw.
hug. Group hug. Socially
Hit
distanced
you in the
group
eye
hug.
with my hat.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. My mask is in the way.
Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thank you so much for having us.